Previously on Tabletop Trouble.
Embarking on a new adventure, our heroes set out in search of their contact, an arcane smith known as Elytn Swiftmallet. Upon arriving at Elytn's shop, the Arcane Anvil, the shopkeeper's daughter promised to introduce our adventurers to Elytn in exchange for fetching her father from the nearby tavern he had gone drinking at. After they entered the tavern known as the Ashvale, and having about 10 too many drinks, our party stumbled back to the Arcane Anvil with their new dwarven drinking buddy in tow. It was then that the shopkeeper's daughter introduced herself as Elytn Swiftmallet. Through her, they obtained a set of magically heat-resistant armor, and our heroes set off for the long-abandoned mines under Ashvale.
There's not much to see as you go down, just rock walls that have been carved away hundreds of years ago. And as you get deeper, that growling gets quieter. You can't hear the wind reverberating off the tunnel walls anymore as you get deeper and deeper down. Every now and then you see something skittering along the walls, some kind of cave-dwelling creature, but Elytn doesn't seem to pay any attention to any of it. She seems kind of confident with how many times she's taken this path, and eventually you reach the bottom of this shaft.
I exit.
Yeah, as you step off, you step into a large open cave with two lit braziers on opposite sides of the room that sit right in front of this elevator shaft. Ahead of you, you can see a long tunnel that kind of cuts deep into the earth, and a gate sits probably about 400 feet down this tunnel. And you can see it's kind of crumbled due to time. But as you look around this area, you can also see abandoned tools, wagons, and what appear to be explosives. However, unlike the platform you just rode down on, these things appear to be newer. The wood still has a little bit of moisture in it, unlike the dried wood you were standing on.
Feels a little warm down here.
You don't feel the effects of the heat due to the silver weave you're wearing?
Right. It does not feel warm down here.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell, like, it should feel warm, but whatever magical properties this chainmail has, it's protecting you from that heat.
Oh, okay. So I can't feel, like, any kind of heat at all.
Right.
It's more just, like...
Probably put mine on.
Yeah, you feel very warm as you descend down. And as you put this on, it fades, providing you with, like, a cooling sensation.
This silver weave is great. You can burn to death and not feel a thing.
I bet that's what the guy wearing mine thought, too.
Yeah, that
probably.
sounds horrifying.
Yeah, we found the charred remains down here, want to say about a couple of months back.
How far away from the entrance was he?
Oh, he didn't make it very far. Probably about 100 feet in. Found his burned corpse on the ground.
Can I look 100 feet into the place?
Yeah, you can see down the path. You can see the gate. It looks like it's been toppled over, but you can't see much beyond that from where you're at.
I'm going to give those explosives you mentioned a wide berth.
Yeah.
Me and explosives are not a good combination.
Yeah, you stay far away from these explosives. It's kind of hard to avoid all the tools that are littered on the ground here. You see pickaxes and various shovels that just kind of look like they've been haphazardly discarded as if they were left in a hurry.
Okay. Can I search for any, like, tracks or anything like that?
I mean, you see footprints, without even having to really search for them.
What sort of footprints?
All kinds of humanoid footprints, as well as what appear to be goblinoid footprints. You can see bare clawed feet that leave tracks through the ash and the dirt.
Well, see ya. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah. I hope I see you again so that you can pay me for that weapon I gave you.
I, too, hope that I can fulfill this debt.
And if we don't,
if you don't, I'll find your corpses and take whatever you got anyway.
That works.
All right.
I'm agreeable to that.
Have fun. And she pulls that lever and ascends back up.
Is this the kind of thing one has really fun with, quote unquote?
No.
No, yeah. I didn't think so either.
Is this not supposed to be fun?
I mean, for us, this is
Kako,
This
are you
is
having fun?
your
No,
initiation.
Kako said it was supposed to be fun. He made it sound like we were going to go hunt a beholder and that would be a good time.
We are. But she made it sound like us burning to death and getting our stuff was the fun thing. That's what I was questioning.
I just realized We didn't tell Lessa that Turles and Yorith are down here.
You just did?
Oh.
But out of
Hey,
character.
Lessa, do you remember when she was talking about the big guy and the lanky one and then 2 other random people?
Vaguely, I was a little drunk at the time.
Yes, it seems that the Inquisition fellows are also
Not
here.
those guys.
Yes. Hopefully, ideally, they are so stupid and incompetent that
Yes.
they will be corpses somewhere in this place. If not, we can always simply stab them because they clearly eat the baby.
Do we want to be wishing for people's deaths, even if we don't like them?
Yes.
If whatever happens, happens, I mean, you just let it go. That's my policy. But if we have a choice, I don't really care one way or another, but they kind of want us dead. So they're major dicks.
Lessa, I'm sure you've learned at this point that monster hunting is not necessarily the killing of grotesque-looking creatures, but specifically killing the things that eat or kill the baby.
Sometimes men are the monsters.
Yes.
Most of the time, men are monsters.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then let's go hunt monsters.
Am I
Yes.
a monster?
No.
No,
You do not. You do not kill or eat the baby.
So I would like to consult the spirits
Yeah.
with when he was augury. So you give me wheel or woe about how this first leg of the journey is going to go for us.
Yeah, you meditate for a second, consulting the spirit who lives within you. You sense an almost hatred coming from this spirit, as if wherever it is, it's not happy about it. But it returns you with weal and woe.
Well, that's not great.
Maybe it doesn't like volcanoes.
Shall we sally on?
I don't know who Sally is, but let's go.
Can we just establish something real quick?
No.
Le quoi?
Because
Out of character?
no, in character.
Oh,
in
yeah.
character.
What's up, Isaac?
I feel like you guys don't really understand the Inquisition and what they can do.
Uh-huh.
We don't need to engage them.
We don't need to, but they are specifically coming after us.
I'm saying we should go out of our way to avoid them.
Well, yeah.
But they're gonna be where we're going anyway.
I think that this is a perfect opportunity to eliminate them. I understand your concerns, Isaac. However, regardless of how difficult it might be, I think it would be like we are going to have to kill these individuals eventually. It might as well be in a plausibly deniable dungeon.
If they accidentally get pushed off a cliff, don't they become less of a threat?
Yes, if we accidentally let them be consumed by a beholder or many goblins or boulders falling, we don't.
They're cocky for a reason, and I'm not saying that because they have the right to be cocky, but they're cocky for a reason, and not just because they're assholes. They are assholes. The things that I've seen them do are not the things that we want to be on the other side of.
I've also just seen a fragment of what they can do. Also, they live in a giant floating city, which is dope. I have a very strong affinity towards floating things.
I understand.
We will take precaution, Isaac, and if things get bad, we out.
Okay,
Yes.
We're here for you.
that's not true, but I appreciate
No, I
the
mean,
sentiment.
like, I'm here for you as a friend.
Aw.
We're all in this together.
I mean, they can't be that powerful. They came down to a dungeon to fight a beholder with an elderly person and some kind of sex pervert. So,
I was going to mention the bondage guy again, but I felt awkward about it.
I think their judgment is perhaps inadequate.
I'll just note that these are the same people, not these people specifically, but this organization, are the same ones that cornered the most powerful person I've ever seen in my life.
I'm still
Who
here.
is?
They haven't cornered me.
No. Yeah, I don't think it was you.
Then Isaac clearly has not been paying the attention.
Well,
Anyway, I think we're all on the same page, so let's go.
You guys push further down this tunnel towards that gate that I had previously mentioned. And as you do, the smell of sulfur fills your noses, and it's kind of an overwhelming smell just from the lava and the stone. And as you approach this gate, The ground begins to shake as if there's some kind of earthquake going on, and a couple of stones fall loose from the ceiling. However, it settles after a second. And as you approach this gate, you can see it's almost as if someone punched a hole through it.
Does it appear to be
judging
a
by the
recent-
size of the fist and the length, it looks like Charles's head.
Make a investigation check.
Because it's a big fat.
It's like an imprint of his face.
Yeah, it's a big fat head.
11.
You go over to this cracked stone, and as you run your finger along it, you have like soot on your hands, as if someone used an explosive to blow open this gate.
Can we walk through it?
Yeah, it's wide enough that you could, like, it's almost like half the gate is knocked down.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to step through the gate gingerly.
Yeah, you step through this gate and appear on the other side. Looking down the path, you can see what appear to be like carved walls, as opposed to the rough cave walls you're currently standing in, as well as what appears to be a door in one of these walls. There's a collapsed section of the tunnels that appear to give way to another tunnel beyond it. But standing in front of both of those, you see a pack of kobolds currently picking up tools from the ground. They're much bigger than these kobolds are, so they're grabbing them and trying to drag them away back to wherever they're taking these things.
That's precious. Let them have their tools.
Do they appear to have hostile intent?
They haven't noticed you.
Do we want to come into conflict with these kobolds or try to sneak past them?
I mean, is there a way to sneak past them?
Is there a way to sneak past them?
How many
They're
are there?
blocking the main path. There's about 7 of them.
I think perhaps we should announce ourselves. If they attack, we can always punch their faces in.
All right. Hey, get out of here.
As you raise your voice, these kobolds like snap their heads in your direction. They drop what they're carrying and scurry off into the tunnels.
Oh, wow, that worked. I didn't really put up that much of a fight.
I fear that they may alert other creatures.
Remain vigilant,
Yes.
but let's continue.
I'm going to take a minute to just, I don't know, I guess rub soot on myself. I'm going to use my hide in plain sight ability.
Yeah. You grab some of the ash and the soot and rub your armor down to give yourself a kind of camouflaged appearance.
There's some apocalypse now, just like,
Should we do that?
I mean, if you want,
Oh,
I
my
don't
armor's
think
already covered in
I don't
soot.
think it's going to give
Okay.
you a plus 10 bonus on your stealth checks, but I'm going to feel fine.
Yeah, that looks really gross. I'm not going to do that.
I have a feature that lets everybody notice me all the time.
Oh no, that's exactly the opposite of what Kako just did.
We should have tried to give them food, if I'm being, now that I think of it.
I take like 2 or 3 rations out of my explorer's pack and just leave them by the pile of tools as an offering.
Sure, yeah. You place these down in hopes that the kobolds will come back and find them.
And I like crouch down and go, pss, 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 pss.
There's no further response.
Okay.
We'll revisit it the next time we run into a pack of scared kobolds.
As you push forward through this tunnel, there is a kind of unnatural tunnel to your left. Ahead, there's that doorway that I mentioned. It's also on the same left carved wall. However, it looks like the tunnel that was behind this doorway has caved in, leaving nothing but a huge pile of rubble blocking entry into that room. And then this cave just continues to wind around further and deeper into this tunnel.
Okay, so perhaps since I have gone to all the trouble of rubbing dirt on my face, I should move ahead through this little tunnel to the left and scout it out while you all follow many paces behind.
You squeeze through this tunnel. I just need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw. My goodness. It's a 24.
Yeah, you step into this tunnel and you lose your footing for about half a second and you recatch it, but it's almost as if the stone you're walking across is covered in a slime.
I'm not going to rub that on my face.
Okay, now that we're clear about that.
Yes, I'm going to continue moving ahead.
Yeah, the last time we tried to touch something slimy, we all got some really obnoxious disease.
As we lose sight of Kako, I'm going to telepathically, you still alive?
Yes.
Okay, I'll keep checking.
Yeah, so you all watch as Kako walks into this tunnel, and it's about a 50-foot long tunnel that kind of just winds kind of unnaturally as if it was burrowed out of this wall. Mm-hmm. But eventually you appear in what appears to be a carved out hallway made of dwarven stone. You can see dwarven faces and sculptures carved into the stone hallway. But then there's another one of these unnatural hallways that kind of winds up along this wall. Directly in front of you is a single door. It looks like there was once two, but the wall has kind of caved in, knocking that other door out of its place. Mm-hmm. And then to your immediate left is another set of double doors.
Do I see any weird creatures?
Nothing yet.
Okay. And these double doors, do either of them look like caved in and like impassable?
From where you're standing, doesn't look like it.
Okay, I guess I'll wait for everybody to catch up before I start throwing doors open and shit.
Yeah,
This
slowly but
unnatural
surely
cave.
I'm just kind of making my way like down this. I can't really see 60 feet. Yes. I can't really see you because of the torch, but when I catch sight of you, I'm going to catch up to you.
Yeah, you push forward down this tunnel. Having seen Kako slip, you guys are all able to maintain your footing down the tunnel. But similarly, you trudge through this slime that is covering the ground. And then you arrive in this hallway that Kako was standing in with the 3 exits.
Yeah, so there are 2 double doors and another weird tunnel. I'm gonna peek in the double doors, kind of cracked stealthily, quietly.
Yeah, you head directly north towards this set of double doors. Kind of stepping out of this unnatural tunnel, more of the slime kind of leads to the right of this hallway down a dark passageway. And then as you walk towards these double doors, one of the doors has been caved in due to a rock slide, but this other one is still fully functional. And as you open this stone door, it slides very creakily, but it does eventually budge out of its place and give way to a long curved hallway.
Are there any like visible features in this hallway?
This hallway appears to have been the subject of a pretty bad rock slide, as half of the hallway is caved in. The half to your left, though, is totally fine. The stone carving in the walls still stands strong until about, I want to say like 50 feet down this curve, you can see something crashed through the wall, exposing another room.
Do we want to check the other door before we pick one?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we peek through the other double doors too?
Yeah, as you're checking this one, Whizz and Raev, you both pull these double doors, and they stick as if they haven't been opened for quite a long time. But eventually they give way, leading into a small empty room, probably no wider than 20 feet across and 20 feet deep. There are weapon stands and armor racks all through this room, but it looks as if they've been picked clean. None of the weapons are still here, and most of the racks are tipped over and broken due to their age. Another set of double doors lies directly across from the set you just opened.
It's more doors.
And empty armor racks. But
Okay. We go investigate the armor room. Can I just do a quick spot check to see if there's any like fucking any loot in here?
No, this room's been thoroughly picked clean. There's broken wood from the weapon racks and a couple tipped over mannequins that probably stored armor at one point, but they've long since given out to age and they're covered in splinters and broken pieces. And as you push this other set of double doors, in this room you can see banners that hang on both sides of the hall depicting what appear to be dwarven champions locked in battle. You can see stone benches lined around this room, and in the center, what appears to be a fountain. However, it's long since not run water through it. Atop this fountain is a statue of a dwarven warrior donned in a exquisite set of plate mail and wielding a large battle axe.
Is it real plate mail or is it just a carving?
It's a carving.
Okay. Can I roll a history check to see what that is?
Yeah,
What that
go ahead.
is? 20.
20? You do know a lot about just history in general, just from your upbringing. You can recognize this figure as an ancient gladiator, probably lived about, I want to say like 1,000 years ago. His name was Kigarath the Undying. As far as exits in this room, there is a large, immaculate set of double doors that lead deeper into what appears to be an arena, just by the layout of what you've seen. And then another set of similarly sized double doors to the ones you just walked through directly across from this room.
We go and open the big doors.
Yeah, as you step towards this big door, the ground kind of shakes again, but this feels kind of different than your previous encounters with the tremors here in the tunnels. In fact, this shaking is followed by
A worm.
a voice.
Oh. I don't think worms can talk.
This voice shakes the very earth to its core. You can feel every stone in this tunnel quake under the sheer power of whatever is speaking. And it says to you,
"Turn back, allies of the Ash King. You are not welcome in these halls."
and then the shaking comes to a stop.
Who is speaking?
There is no response.
Okay. Let's open the doors anyway.
Did the voice sound familiar?
No.
Darn.
It was a good try.
So we open the big doors?
Yeah.
You want to defy the voice?
Yeah, we're here to kill whoever lives down here. Well, specifically, he said he doesn't like the Ash King, and we're being paid by the Ash King. So I think we should probably kill this guy.
I'm
Just,
gonna open
as
the
a
doors
courtesy.
while they're arguing about this.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't really like that idea.
I'll help her.
I mean, as long as
It's a
the Ash
21.
King does not eat the baby.
Just straight strength.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, so with the combined strength of Isaac and Raev, these doors, they really fight as you try and push them, but eventually you hear click of the doors moving from their positions, and they slowly slide open, revealing a large stone arena with a fighting pit in the center of it. There are a couple rows of stands that overlook this arena, and then there are various pens surrounding this arena.
So before we enter this room, I think it is being fairly clearly telegraphed that we may have to fight creatures if we go in here. Do we want to do this?
You're the one who wanted to go in here. I mean,
Well, yeah, and now we see what it is.
I'm just going to go with the flow.
Do you want my honest answer?
Yes.
Yes, I want to fight.
Okay, so we have two impartials. One no, one yes. Lessa, what do you think we should do?
I'm new to this. I don't really have an opinion, unfortunately.
Okay, let's go in.
You can hear something growling from the pen across the arena. As you look into this arena, the floor is slick with goblin blood.
Fresh goblin blood?
It does appear to be. And now that you're further in, you can hear the sounds of what appears to be a scuffle coming from down in one of the arena doors. In fact, it sounds like someone's banging against a wall almost.
Hello?
There's no response. The sounds of fighting drown out your voice.
What do we do?
I don't know. This is giving me real bad vibes.
Is it like solid doors or is it like bars?
Each of the pens, of which there are 4, have bars blocking them. You can't see into them just because it's too dark from where you're standing, but you can hear a growling coming from the northwest pen. And in front of this pen, you can see statues that are almost lifelike. It's almost as if they have this fearful expression on them.
I want to get close enough to the growling pen to kind of see what's in it.
I think I'll go towards the middle of the room.
Yeah, you jump down into the arena and your boots kind of squelch with the squish of goblin blood. It's almost like pooled up in the bottom. There's so many corpses in this arena. Raev. As you look into this cage, the growling getting louder as you do. Whatever in here, clearly on the defensive as you approach it. You begin to see the form of a creature you recognize, specifically as a basilisk. And I need you to make a Constitution save.
No, I can't do a basilisk. I can't do a basilisk.
To describe this creature, a basilisk is a multi-legged giant lizard covered in spikes and with glowing eyes. And as you make eye contact with this creature, it turns its victims to stone, and then with its terrifying jaws rips those stone statues to pieces to devour them.
No, I can't.
Oh my god. Okay, look up real quick, audience. Take your time while Katie's panicking to look up what a basilisk looks like. Then think to yourself, why did we come down here? And I'll tell you why. We're dumb.
Yeah, I just want to apologize because one of the first monsters I named in this thing was a basilisk because we found all the stone statues in the forest.
What'd you roll?
And I was like, oh, it's clearly a basilisk,
What
right?
did I need to roll? Was it
It's Constitution.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I just looked up the
It's
picture.
a 9.
Yeah, Raev, you feel your body stiffen as pieces of your limbs begin to turn to stone.
Okay, I close my eyes immediately and say, If you come down here, don't look at anything. It's a basilisk.
Lassa, do you have a mirror?
What is everybody else doing here?
Well, I'm currently standing near the middle of the arena.
Yeah. You hear Raev yell to you not to come up, or if you do come up, to close your eyes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at the general area where the basilisk is.
I guess I'm gonna go try to pull Raev away from this thing while not looking at it.
Yeah, you're making an honest attempt to not look at it, so you walk up to Raev, but Raev is stuck. Her feet have melded to the ground.
Oh, that's how that works.
I'm here to back you up if you need it.
If it comes out of its cage, or if some other stuff comes up, definitely avenge me. I mean, don't get to the point where you have to avenge me. Save me first. But, like, just give me a minute. I can do this. I've done it before. I can do this.
Avenge me. No, I mean, wait, the step before that.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to conjure up a fog cloud. So I'm going to use fog cloud to create a kind of a mist between the basilisk and Raev so that it kind of loses sight of her.
Whizz summons up this fog cloud, breaking the line of sight between you and this basilisk, giving you an opportunity to break this petrification spell that it's cast upon you. However, since you are still half petrified, you still need to save.
I got a 16 and a 4.
Well, it's a good thing you had advantage. Having fought this creature once in the past, and with the help of Whizz, managed to break this concentration with this creature and pull yourself from this petrification as the stone that was covering your body begins to recess, and eventually you move out of the line of sight of this basilisk. It growls with a angry hunger as this fog cloud obscures it from vision, and you feel the rocks shake as it throws itself against the iron bars.
We gotta go before I freak the fuck out.
Yeah, let's go. I don't want to deal with
Thank you
this.
for saving me. We gotta get the fuck out.
Okay.
Yeah, I've already
As soon
been
as everybody
turned to stone
is
once.
out of sight of the basilisk, I drop my concentration on the fog cloud and we book it right out the door we came in from.
Okay, so we're just falling back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Other tunnel.
Yeah, you guys fall back into the entryway to this arena.
And then I'm gonna have a quick little sit down and just and cry a little bit.
You good?
You almost pulled an Isaac.
I don't know what that means, but don't worry about me, baby.
Oh, Isaac was turned to stone because he got attacked by a bear. It wasn't a real bear.
I know. Don't think about it too hard. It was like a bear basilisk. It was a brasilisk.
Kako, where should we go next? Defer to you.
Did you say that
dude.
Did you say there was another exit to this room?
There's another set of double doors. Looks very similar to the ones you walked through to get
Okay,
into
let's
it.
check that out.
That's how you guys know something's horribly wrong with Raev. She just deferred to Kako.
Yeah, you run up and push these doors open, and you find yourself in a very similar looking armory room. It looks like this was a preparation area for whoever was fighting, but similarly to the other one, it has been picked clean.
Okay, so there's no way out of this. So I say we should probably go back and check out the caved-in tunnel.
You make your way out through the other armory room that you first entered. You walk down this slick cave, and as you do, you can hear something up ahead kind of making a snoring sound, but it's almost bestial.
Do I recognize the snore?
No, not by the snore.
Okay.
But by the tunnels that you have seen, the slime that has been left, you could make an educated guess that this was created by some kind of worm.
Lessa.
Yes.
There is a worm about in this place. Be prepared for that. They are quite grotesque.
Aren't those like really dangerous? You wrote in one of your books that most people don't make it out alive after encountering one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What kind of worm did you write about in your book?
Oh, I've written about all kinds of worms. I thought about this on the way in, but my favorite worm is the northern giant burrower. It is known to grab creatures out of the surface and then take them to long vertical tunnels like the elevator shaft and then throw them down so they don't have to fight anything. And then they just go back down to the bottom and then eat it.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time I fought an Alaskan bullworm?
Tell us what it was like.
I lassoed it and I rode it into the ground.
Okay, so Kako stealthily moves forward
Yeah, make a stealth check.
I follow.
Make a stealth check.
I get +10 because of the face stuff.
I need Whizz to make a stealth check too.
That's just perfect. I get a 20.
Yeah, I'm also gonna follow.
I need you to make a stealth check too.
Yeah, I'm trying to ruin this for Kako.
Why would you do this?
My stealth is 0.
You say that after we just encountered a basilisk.
Oh yeah, you know what? You guys did something good for me. I still.
I wanted to fight that basilisk.
It's a 7.
It's a 6.
Kako, you sneak into this tunnel and you can see this monstrous purple worm in this den it's made for itself, surrounded by the corpses of kobolds, goblins, bugbears, all kinds of cave-dwelling creatures, as well as a couple of humanoids, but their flesh has been picked clean.
Can I identify the variety of worm?
It's a purple worm. That's literally what it's called.
Just said that.
Okay.
And it's currently curled up, sleeping in the center of this den, wrapped around what appear to be 2 tinier wormlings.
Uh-oh.
It's a mama worm?
Do I think I can take it?
You know that this will be a tough fight, but as you have that thought, Whizz and Raev stumble into the room. They kick a stone, and the stone tumbles by your feet before it spins and makes a clunking sound as it falls over. And this worm snaps to attention and opens its jaws in your direction, letting out a loud scream.
Fuck.
Isaac and Lessa can still run away.
Whizz starts screaming.
Behold, it is I, Marbles, the update Warlock. Yes, I have made a pact with a strange being from another realm, and in order to satisfy my patron, I must give you updates regarding this here podcast you are listening to, whatever that means. I am a well-established character and definitely not something that the narrator just made up because he was bored talking to himself. First up, I need to apologize, as it appears that we forgot to do a bounty board in the last episode. Clearly, whoever was in charge of putting that together messed up. We have hired Marbles here, oh that's me, to fulfill the new role of bounty board reader. And if he forgets, well, we'll simply write him out of existence. Oh shit, I hope that doesn't happen. I do like my existence. You may have noticed that episodes are coming out with more frequent regularity. That is because we have finally figured out an editing plan that works. So go and give these kids a round of applause for finally getting their shit together. This next part's a bit confusing, but it says you can go to their twitter.com account, at Tabletop Trouble. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag TroublePod, and follow all of the individual twitter.com profiles of the cast and crew. And maybe join their Discord because it is very dead and has nobody in it. It doesn't say that in the script, but I feel like throwing shade right now. If you like our theme music, it is a track called Light Years from Home by Andromeda. So give them a follow over at andromeda.bandcamp.com. They always make dope shit. I will see you next episode, assuming the god who created me does not get bored of this gimmick and decide to entirely scrap me. Enjoy the show!
Kako's just going to glare at Whizz for a second.
And you can see this purple worm that you have now identified. It is coiled around these 2 adolescent worms that it appears to be protecting.
Kako's just going to kind of stick his hand out to Whizz and Raev. Just be like, shh.
Before we do anything else, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, fuck. No. Oh, fuck.
What did you get, Kako?
An 8.
I also got an 8.
I also got an 8.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my god.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you roll for initiative?
A 12.
Damn
Oh,
it.
okay. Well, then
Oh.
Isaac's going first, probably.
Do you want to go after Kako or do you want to go after me?
I'll go after you.
Okay.
This worm is going to pull itself very close to you, Kako. It's only about 10 feet away from where you're standing. And the size of this creature is enormous. And you can see around this room what appear to be holes that it has burrowed around to various parts of this cave. The walls and ceiling of this tunnel almost look like Swiss cheese with all the holes that have been drilled by this creature. And as it turns its head in your direction, it lets out a yell again, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, sick. A 17?
17. The loud guttural scream reverberates off the walls of this cave, and you can feel the cave shake under the sheer pressure that this creature is letting off. And stones begin to kind of fall around you, but you hold still against this scream and manage to keep yourself steady in the face of this beast. The wormlings that are still kind of tucked away, they chirp, not nearly as loud of a screech. You can tell they're very young, probably not more than a couple months old. It's not nearly as threatening as this giant worm is. But besides their screeches, they don't do anything else as they're kind of carried around this room by this creature. Isaac, you're up. You are standing outside of this room, having just watched Kako, Whizz, and Raev disappear into the darkness, and you've heard a couple of screams that are worrying, to say the least. As you hear these screams, the cave shakes, and you hear what sounds like a rock slide.
I draw my sword and I cast light on it to kind of use it like as a makeshift torch, and I run into the cave.
Isaac, you run into this cave. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
12.
As you run into this cave, the floor is slick with this slime, and you kind of slide slightly as you slide into the room. And you see as this light lights up the room, and everyone else, you can now see, not clearly, but you see this giant beast that Kako has warned you about off in the distance as it turns its head towards Isaac's direction and begins to kind of burrow itself against the ground.
I imagine that my hand is still up because I haven't moved.
Yeah.
I'm just going to kind of frantically wiggle my finger at Isaac without moving. Kind of a worried expression on Kako's face. Could I throw my javelin across the room and into one of those little holes that you mentioned? And then conjure a barrage?
So you basically just want to throw this and make a lot of noise.
Make a lot of noise over there.
Yeah, I could say you could do that.
Okay, so I do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to have you roll anything for it because you're not
Attacking.
You're not attacking, you're just trying to throw this weapon. And yeah, you throw this weapon, and as you like move and let out a bit of a grunt as you throw it, the creature turns its attention towards you. But as it goes to move towards you, barrage clatters against the back wall of the cave, and it echoes off of the cave and kind of reverberates through it before echoing away. And this creature turns its attention towards that and begins to slither in the direction of that.
And try to like walk away.
Yeah, you want to sneak away?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a 21.
You're able to step back just the way you came, avoiding all the bones that would crunch beneath your feet, and you make your way back towards your party.
Okay, and then I'm gonna shh. Walk away. Slowly. Quietly.
This is me giving a thumbs up without saying anything.
Whizzman, float if you can.
I start levitating.
All right, Whizz, you start levitating, and what are you doing?
Levitating away. Oh wait, it was Rave's turn first.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. You can levitate first.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna levitate and backtrack. So I'm going to go back through the hallway I came from. So
Yeah, you float back out to the hallway. All right, Raev, you're up. What are you doing?
I am also going to float backwards
What?
out into the hallway. Surprise!
you can
bitches!
float?
I've been a floater the whole time.
Not the best.
Is that your
choice of
nickname now? Floater?
What? Does that mean something that I don't know?
Usually like poop.
I don't poop, so I don't know what that means. I'm gonna turn around very, very slowly, just push Isaac out of my way so I can walk past him.
Yeah, you're gonna need to make a stealth check.
Okay. It's a 6.
Yeah, you step back,
It's a tiny 6.
having watched Whizz float out of the room, and as you do, you hear a crunch as you step on what appears to be like a femur that breaks beneath your feet, and it echoes through this room. And
So then I book it.
you're gonna book it.
There's no point in being quiet anymore.
But this creature has once again turned its attention back towards the party.
Good luck. It's the worm's turn.
The worm is going to slam its face into the ground and begin to burrow beneath the solid stone around the base of its body. And it pulls itself under the ground, and you see the tail disappear beneath the ground with it.
Oh, I don't like that.
You can see the ground kind of like cracking as it moves towards your direction, but you can't really get a good idea on where it is at the moment. The wormlings have disappeared under the ground with it. You can't see what they're doing either. Isaac, it is your turn again.
The wormlings moved underground too?
They're like wrapped around this worm.
Oh, no.
Is this thing a monstrosity?
Gargantuan
Very
monstrosity.
Okay, wonderful.
So, are we still being quiet?
After seeing Raev just like fucking hightail it out of there? Don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I really have anything that's gonna help in this situation. I'm just gonna try to cautiously back out of here and join the rest of the party.
Are you sneaking?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you can move half your speed.
Okay. That's a 5.
As you step backwards, your boots kind of get stuck, and as you pull your boot out of the slime, it makes like a squelching sound as you pull it out that definitely has called attention to your direction. Kako, you're up.
Can I roll a perception or anything to try and discern where this thing is now?
Yeah, go ahead. Make an investigation check.
21.
Based on the cracks and the rubble you can see forming around the ground where this thing moves, you can guess it's moved about 25 feet towards your direction.
Okay. I'm going to stand perfectly still.
You're not going to do anything?
I'm going to stand perfectly still.
Cool. Yeah. You stand, not moving your spot, and it is Whizz's turn.
I'm still levitating.
Sure.
Hey, so I want to use Fairy Fire.
What does that do?
It says each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or violet light. Your choice. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light. If it fails a dexterity saving throw for the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Sure.
So I want to cast light on this creature.
I would say that you know where it went underground, and due to the size of this creature, you could probably make an educated guess on where you'd need to cast it in order to hit it. What kind of save is it?
Dexterity? Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Definitely not.
Okay.
That's a 10.
Right, yeah, I had to save against the 16, so shining bright.
Yeah, you throw this fairy fire where the creature went underground, hoping to hit some piece of it so that the spell will have effect. And as you do, you can see purple light shining through the cracks where it has disappeared beneath the ground, illuminating this room, giving you kind of a vague outline of where this creature is under the ground.
Oh shit, let's go. Okay, so it's concentration up to a minute. This is a bonus action. I'm going to use Mantle of Inspiration on everybody except for myself. So Lessa, Kako, Isaac, and Raev. 4 allies gain 11 temporary hit points. And you can use a reaction right now to move your speed without provoking an opportunity attack.
Yeah. And I would say that you would do that with stealth thanks to the spell. So if you guys wanted to move, you could.
So I just kind of like point to you and Lessa and I'm like, come on, let's go.
I guess Lessa and I should just probably scoot a little bit back and give it a wide berth.
Okay.
It's like 10 feet to the side.
Raev, where are you moving to?
I'm going to go through that door towards the tunnels.
Okay, yeah. You head back up through the northern door back towards the direction of the arena. You can see evidence of a recent rock slide that has blocked off your egress through this tunnel. You are sealed from all the exits you've seen on this side of the map.
Okay, so like I want to get back to the main...
The cave entrance?
Sure.
All known ways to get there are currently blocked.
So yeah, let's go down this route with the broken down door. Let's get the
Well-
purple worm in the arena and open up the door for the basilisk. All right, hear me out. And we let him duke it out and see which one fights. And we have Mike roll initiative with himself until they're done.
Well, I will say the basilisk stands no chance against the purple worm.
Really?
The worm doesn't have eyes; it's blind.
Yeah, the basilisk.
The basilisk is just basically an alligator at that point, and the worm's gonna eat it alive.
Yeah, I didn't think about
Attack.
that part.
Basilisk is
petrification.
not a powerful creature. It just, when it gets the drop on you,
It
Petrify
petrifies you. Gotcha. Well,
the worm is up, and you see this light that's underneath the ground rapidly move in the direction of Whizz, and it bursts through the ground right where Raev was standing. Whizz narrowly avoids him burrowing through the ground. However, it has sensed you, Whizz.
I didn't eat what? I didn't roll.
It's just close enough. It has come to sense you,
Yeah,
Smell
okay.
your patchouli.
I can smell you.
and it is going to attempt to bite you.
Do it, fucker.
Oh no.
Hey, Whizz, bite it back.
Ooh.
Whizz, no, don't bite it
Does a
back.
23 hit?
I don't know, Mike. Does it? God, I hate when DMs do that.
Is it 23 hit?
All right, lay it on me.
I'm doing math still.
Oh,
Oh, great.
okay.
That's
I
a
think,
good sign.
I think you were wrong. We should stay as a cluster, and then we can argue that our combined armor class.
You feel this creature rip you out of the air as you're levitating against the ground and snatch.
I was no longer levitating because I had to focus concentration on
almost
fairy
as you
fire.
drop, you are lifted off the ground as this creature gets you and snatches you in its jaws, and you take 23 points of damage.
Wait, how much health do you have?
72 total.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it's a nat 20. 21.
Oh my god. Whew.
What, did I just miss something or?
Just barely. 21. Yeah, as this creature attempts to like lift its head back and attempt to swallow you whole, you bash it in the face and it drops you on the ground right where you were standing, and you pull yourself up as this creature looks around trying to sense you again.
Jesus Christ.
It's been a while since I rolled a nat 20, but thank God I did, because I would have been worm food.
This purple light fades away from this creature as you are thrown to the ground, nursing your wounds. Isaac, you are up. You just saw this giant worm burst through the ground and throw Whizz to the ground in its jaws.
Jesus. I was trying to see if there was anything I could do to help you, Whizz, but I don't think there's a whole lot I could do other than attack the damn thing. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt against the purple worm. A flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On hit, the target takes 46 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on this target until then.
What was it, Jace?
What else did that Mantle of Inspiration didn't do anything else other than the reaction?
Just 11 extra hit points. Okay. You get 11 temporary hit points in a reaction.
Well, that was
Bonus
a nat
reaction.
1 to hit.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh no.
I can give you Bardic Inspiration next turn, but I couldn't
Do
do
you
that
have a
both.
regular inspiration?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, no, you cast this guiding bolt, but you're just too taken aback having seen this thing take a bite out of Whizz. It whizzes right past its head.
Aha.
We're going to make that joke every time I say Whizz.
Yes.
I mean,
And shame on you for not expecting otherwise.
I didn't make my name Whizz, so this could happen, but it was definitely a plus.
This thing is, the danger level is high with an exclamation point and underscored. So
So what you're
it is
saying?
my impression we should attempt to avoid
kill
this
the
fight.
babies
No,
and piss it off.
no, because like we still have to fight a beholder at the end of this.
Yeah, statistically speaking, I don't know if this is a good
Or
use
do
of
we
our effort.
have to fight the beholder?
We do have to fight the
Or
beholder.
what if we befriend it?
No, we have to fight the beholder.
Kako, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Lessa. I'm gonna be like, don't move. Stay there. And then I'm going to run up to baby one.
Sure.
And I'm going to grab it by the tail, lift it up.
Yeah, you grab it by this tail, and you can see a pretty nasty stinger on the back of this creature's tail.
Oh.
I'm gonna do the Cobra thing where I grab like the very nape of the tail, where the stinger is, so it can't like fucking lash back at me. And then I'm just gonna try to drag it away.
Yeah, I could say you could drag this thing at full speed.
At full speed?
Yeah, it's not super heavy. It's a worm. It's not full grown.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna start shouting, and then I'm gonna specifically shout at Lessa to throw rocks near me.
She goes to speak, but then looks at the worm and hesitantly nods in your direction.
Okay.
Whizz, you're up. You've just pulled yourself off the ground. This creature is currently scanning its periphery for you. You could tell that just by how close you are that it could probably sense you when the time comes.
Yeah. I'd like to start off my turn by saying, ouch, that hurt. And now I need to kind of get off my ass and start doing some shit. All right, I think I should just do what I was born to do.
Is that run away?
Whizz is just gonna start like sparking with energy off of being, dropped to the ground. Pretty hurt from getting bit and almost swallowed. But yeah, he's just gonna retaliate right off the bat. I'm gonna use Ice Storm, and I'm gonna use Heart of the Storm with it. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Nope.
All right, now this is where the fun part starts.
This may not surprise anyone, but this giant worm is not very dexterous.
What? One more. Okay, so that's 20 bludgeoning damage and 20 cold damage. And then since I was using Heart of the Storm, I take 4 lightning and 4 thunder damage.
Are you going to stand your ground there, or are you going to move and risk an opportunity attack?
Yeah, I guess I'll move like 15 feet backwards.
Okay. I mean, it's going to make an opportunity attack. You rolled a 1.
Oh, all right. He bit his own baby.
No, it did not. He is thrashing around in your direction as you step back, but you step back enough that it isn't able to hit you. But as it hits the wall of this cave, you feel more of those rocks loosen and fall around you, causing more of this landslide to cave in.
We're all gonna get buried if nothing else.
Oh yeah. Or eaten.
Raev.
So, I've changed my mind about running away. I'm gonna rage, and I'm gonna throw a javelin at it.
Okay.
Here's the great thing. I also have ancestral protection, which means that since this is the first thing I'm attacking, it's going to have disadvantage on attacking anybody other than me.
Okay.
21.
That is a hit.
But I have extra attack. So
Okay.
it's 9 damage for the first one. And then 22 for the next attack. Then 10 damage.
Yeah, you hurl this javelin into the worm, and it kind of lets out a yell as it sticks into its tough hide, and it turns its face in your direction and begins to kind of burrow its way towards you.
Telepathically. Isaac, I suggest you move.
I sidestep.
It's Lessa's turn. Lessa is going to grab a couple of stones off the ground and throw them in your direction, Kako, and you can see the worm turn its direction briefly away from Raev, and as it does, it lifts its tail out of the back of the ground.
Oh yeah.
And it is the worm's turn. The worm is going to slither its way towards Raev, pushing itself through that door, busting it off of its hinges as it narrowly squeezes in. It's going to move its tail right up to you, Kako, and swing its stinger in your direction. Yeah, that is definitely going to be a hit.
Oh no.
So
Hope you got good health insurance.
so you're going to take 22
Ow.
piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 7.
Yeah, that's not great.
I have no advantages against poison.
Yeah, you are struck by this tail, and as it pierces your flesh, you can feel it pump poison into your veins. and you take 41 poison damage.
What the fuck?
Okay, so how much damage is that?
22 plus 41. That's 63. Hey, you need a health potion?
You're going to be attacked by its face,
Yes.
Raev. It has advantage against you.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to need it. That is higher, but it still didn't need it. Yeah, that's a hit. That's 24 piercing damage.
Oh, okay.
And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. What does a 3 get me? Wait, saving throw. Yeah, what does a 3 get me?
It gets you swallowed as you are pulled into this creature's mouth. And you are swallowed whole by this creature. You're still alive. You are just inside the belly
Okay,
of this
I take
beast.
turns telepathically screaming in all of your heads.
Yeah, so Isaac, you just watched Raev get swallowed whole in front of you.
Fuck.
Hey, do you have a little a ring that says swallowed or vor? Do you have a vor token?
Jesus Christ.
I have, there's probably a restrained.
Close enough.
Kako, I need you to make a strength saving throw, as this creature you are holding is going to attempt to wriggle its way out of your hands.
22.
Oh, yeah, there's no way it's going to beat that. Yeah, you hold
Oh, you
this,
little shit.
You hold this creature, and you can see that stinger like flex as it tries to stab you, but it's not able to move as it tries to wriggle its way away from you, letting out like cries as it does.
Mama. Mama.
The other worm is going to wiggle its way down the hallway. It can't get very far on its own. It can only move about 15 feet, but it's going to move in the direction of Whizz.
God, I'm having like PTSD when I see this little one around the corner. I'm like, oh, okay.
Isaac, you're up.
I'm gonna hit it with Flame Strike.
Cook me alive. It's fine. I'm gonna try to chew my way out of here.
All right, I'm basically just gonna aim like at its head and neck, try to encompass that. Each creature in a 10-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder on a point within range must make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, all with this dex. 4.
That's 12 fire damage, 20 radiant damage.
You strike this worm with your flame strike, and this burst of flame and energy shoots out from the ground beneath its head and totally encompasses it. And you can hear a sizzling and popping as the flesh cooks under this fire. And as it pulls itself out, it begins to gag and spits out Raev onto the ground right in front of the tunnel entry where you are standing.
I lived, bitch.
You're alive!
Kako, you are up. You have this this wormling in your hands. You just felt the ground shake as this creature bashed its head against the walls, seeing the fire that rose from the tunnel where your allies were.
Okay, I'm going to drag Mr. Wormling, and then I'm going to cast Ensnaring Strike, which next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack, a writhing mass of thorny vines appear at the point of impact, and the target must succeed on a strength save.
Yep.
And I'm going to plop this thing down on the ground and then just kind of bring my axe down on it.
Yeah, I say you're holding this thing down and it's writhing in your hands as you go to hit it. Attack with advantage.
This is gonna be the episode that gets tweeted to PETA.
I could take him. 19.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. And then it has to do a strength save.
Doubt it's gonna. No.
No? Okay. Cool. It's restrained.
You bring this axe down on this creature as it writhes in your hands, and as it's gripped to the ground by these vines, it does indeed let out a screech that echoes off the walls of this cave. It's not a terrifying, it's more of a terrified yell. Mm-hmm. And you can see the giant wormling turn its attention towards this screaming wormling and begin to kind of slither in your direction. It's not moving, but it's getting ready to.
Perfect. I have attacked your baby.
Restrained.
Whizz, you're up.
I'm going to buckle down and cast Lightning Bolt through Baby Worm and Mama Worm.
Yeah, that's going to go right through Isaac, too.
I can reduce his damage and
Yeah,
he can heal himself.
and it's not like I haven't done that before.
Yeah, if there's one thing this party is good at, it's taking lightning bolt damage.
Yeah, we're fucking pros at it.
All right, well, I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm also going to Empower and Quicken, and I'm going to cast this at 4th level.
Okay.
Go big, go home.
No on the big worm, no on the baby worm.
What do I have to do, Dex?
Dex.
No.
No, nobody passed.
Okay.
Yeah, get that right up in the mic.
20, 35, 37. Yeah, okay, I guess it's just 37 damage.
Okay. You ready this lightning bolt, and as your fingers outstretch and you cast this lightning bolt across the battlefield, it strikes the wormling first, who shakes for a second from this electricity and then pops, leaving nothing where it was standing other than bits of worm. The lightning bolt travels then through the giant worm, who lets out a yell that reverberates off the walls of this cave before it passes through the worm and into Isaac. I need a raging token.
Oh, okay.
Because I killed
Why would
baby?
we kill the baby?
It's fine. I meant to get one for myself.
Why did you kill the
anyway.
I didn't know
baby?
it'd only have 37 hit points or less.
Kill the baby.
Oh, now we're the ones that killed the baby.
They're literally harmless.
Well, not until they become like the mama.
None of
Yeah,
these
but on their
colors
own, they're
make
literally harmless. They just die in a few weeks.
Why didn't you say that before she cast?
Because it's sensitive to fucking vibrations and shit.
Okay, first of all, you're in the room. I'm out here, and I just got bit by this motherfucker, so I'm gonna kill its baby.
it'll be fun.
Okay, well, now that the baby's dead, I was also gonna cast Ray of Frost. 18 plus 8?
Yeah, that's a hit.
26. 9 cold damage, and now speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
So maybe that'll slow it down a little bit.
Raev, you are up. You are prone.
All right, I'm gonna get up. Because the worm is still just in front of me, vibing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it has turned all of its attention towards Whizz.
Okay.
It is not paying attention to Kako anymore.
Then I'm gonna slash at it with my axe. It's just 13.
You strike it across the face. It's still not paying any attention to you. Lessa is going to draw her javelin from her back, and she's going to cast Twin Strike on her javelin. And as she holds it out in front of her, she surrounds it with water and pushes it through the air with this water. And as it slices through the tail, she circles it back around to slice it in the side as well.
Wow.
So I gotta roll for hits.
So when are you guys
Nice.
gonna
What
get
are they
javelins?
teaching you at Warlock school?
Unfortunately, her first attack is a miss. So as it slides past, she falters in holding the water. But her second attack does strike into the back of the worm, and you can see her driftwood javelin poking into the skin.
Fuck yeah.
Lessa, that was so fucking cool.
The worm is up. Having just been struck by Lessa, it is going to swing its tail in Lessa's direction. How the fuck
so
is
shocked.
Lessa going to be the one person who avoids the attack?
Oh, thank God.
She rolled...
It's because she's the
It
coolest.
rolled a 3. Lessa, having seen this strike, dives out of the way, and the tail smashes against the wall behind her. Whizz, this giant purple worm is going to tunnel in your direction, and as it bursts into the ground in front of you, it's going to try and snatch you in its jaws. What is your AC?
It's a 12.
Oh, that's really low. I'm sorry. I thought maybe you would have passed it, but no, it hits. That's a 26 piercing damage, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Goodbye to you.
It's a nat 1.
As you are lifted into the air by this monstrosity, you feel it wrap around your entire body as you are slowly swallowed whole by this creature.
I don't know what I expected.
The wormling is up. It's going to try and free itself.
Coming over, hey, Isaac, I'm in the fucking worm.
You're what?
Yeah, I'm in the worm. Could you, get me out of the worm?
Isaac, you are up.
Yeah, I'm gonna run into the room and I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Oh, yeah. Eldritch Blast.
Does an 11 hit?
No.
Oh, boy.
24
Yes, that's a hit.
and 20.
Yes.
6 plus 15 is 21.
21 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, you fire your Eldritch Blast in the direction of this worm, and as they collide with the rough hide, they explode with fury, but you don't see it cough anything up this time.
Fuck.
And with that, Kako, it's your turn. Your plan having just been foiled by your own allies.
I'm going to first move 10 feet away from the wormling.
Yeah, it's going to try and slash it or you with its tail as it does, but since it's restrained, it's not able to get you.
Okay. I'm also going to just go ahead and have myself a greater healing potion. Yeah, I get 7 health.
Whizz, it is your turn, and unfortunately you are starting this round inside the belly of this beast. You are both blinded and restrained, so there's not a lot of actions you can take.
Yeah, all right, I'll hit it with my storm staff.
You are going to have disadvantage because you're restrained, though.
First roll is a 16. Next roll is a 24, but does a 16 hit? All right.
Yeah, you struggle against
trying to hit.
the pulsing throat of this creature as you are swallowed further. Raev, you are up.
A significant portion of the snake is above ground and I can see it.
Yeah, all the snake is above ground. You just can't see its head because of where it is.
Oh, that's fine. I just want to know how much of the snake is sticking out
All
so
of
I
it.
can make sure to go at least 6 feet back from the mouth of the snake, and then I'm going to slash it with my axe.
Okay.
Definitely a worm audience. We were saying snake because it is snake-like.
Worm. Beetlejuice. I don't know.
Oh,
right.
God.
It's
It
the
is
thing
the
from
worm
Dune.
from Beetlejuice.
Got a nat 20 plus 8.
Yeah, that's a hit. That's a crit.
Here's the really cool thing. I get an extra dice for that. So that's 20 damage for my first attack.
Okay.
24 to hit for the next one.
Yep.
15 damage. Can I see Whizz in the opening that I've created? Have I created an opening?
Hack through the side of this worm, and as you do, you feel it like thrash against the sides of this cave, and more of this tunnel falls in. In fact, you could see rocks in the room you are in, Kako, begin to fall from the ceiling as the structural integrity of this cave is starting to give.
Oh, lovely.
And you can hear that gagging, spitting sound as Whizz, you are spit out of the creature. Lessa is up. She is going to shimmy her way along the wall towards the cave opening, and as she gets close to Isaac, she's going to attack the creature with her hand axe. It just bounces off the hard hide of this creature, though, and she's not able to do any damage. The worm is up, and it is going to lift its head into the air and burrow beneath the ground, disappearing as it pulls its body beneath the ground.
So now what if we all just run?
What's to stop it from... Well, it doesn't matter. It's not like we can chase after it.
Did it look pretty hurt when it left?
It's beyond bloodied.
Either way, this cave's about to collapse. We should get the fuck out of Dodge.
Would I be able to discern what direction it's moving in? Just from like the sound or something?
It's very hard to determine with the cave shaking the way it is. Everything feels like rumbling right now.
Okay.
So my concern is less beating the worm and more getting the 4 of you to safety.
Yes.
You fucking
the
agreed with
worm-
me. I've died.
The worm is pretty maternal, so we should probably get as far away from its surviving child as we can.
Isaac, it is your turn.
So, running, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, bye. Actually, I'm gonna go help Whizz up.
Your dragon was...
Yeah, I mean, I'm helping him up and dragging him along.
All right. Kako, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking move away.
Avoiding the tail as you move along the cave wall back towards the entrance where your allies have been stuck for this fight. You can finally, once again, see them as opposed to just seeing the effects of their spells and attacks go off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like drenched in like spit right now, and I'm just kind of being like helped by Isaac.
Whizz, you're up.
I'm gonna follow Isaac's lead and just go ahead. I would move without you, right? So I guess I can use Mantle of Inspiration again on all of us.
Oh, so we all can just move again?
Let's see, I'll do 4 people. So yeah, okay, I'll do everybody. So we can all move 30 feet right now and get the fuck out of here, including Lessa.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you guys step through this doorway, and as you do, Kako, you can see this worm burst up through the ground near the baby that you had previously restrained. At this point, the cave is totally giving way as rocks are collapsing and falling all around, blocking your view of this creature. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck me. 13.
As you push your way through the door that was pushed down by the worm, you are hit by some of this rubble, and you're going to take 5 points of damage.
Okay, that's not that bad.
But as you step through this threshold, the entirety of the cave behind you gives way, sealing this tunnel from the rest of the cave. You can hear the screams of the worm as the rubble finally comes to a stop, and then silence.
Good job, Lessa.
That was kind of rough, don't you think?
Yes, but you did really well.
Kako, I want you to take a point of inspiration for attempting to distract the worm and avoid the fight.
Attempting.
You guys are standing in the collapsed hallway where you previously had ventured when you made your way to the arena. You know up ahead that the basilisk is waiting, locked in that cage. By this point, your smoke that you had used to cover its eyes has probably dissipated.
Real quick, I'm just going to go ahead and use all 3 of my greater healing potions.
Do you want to just take a short
rest?
That works too. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, go ahead and take a short rest. You guys can expend hit die to recover some health.
Well, everybody can take 10 temporary hit points if you don't already have temporary hit points. You take the higher.
Oh, I have a feature. Guys. Song of Rest. All allies hear your song during a short rest and gain an extra 1d6 hit point. My Song of Rest is going to be about getting eaten by a worm.
Yeah.
Dude, that's restful.
Get eaten by a worm.
That's an anxiety sleep where you
worm.
wake up every couple minutes and go, did my alarm go? No, okay.
Did my alarm go?
How much more time do I have? Fucking 30 minutes. Okay, whatever.
You all hunker down in this collapsed tunnel. The cries of the worm fade off in the distance, and pretty soon the quaking begins to quiet, and the only sound you can hear is from Whizz's Song of Rest as you settle and nurse your wounds from that hard-fought battle you had against the purple worm.
I wring out my braids so I get all the worm drool out of them.
You're pretty covered in this worm slime at this point, especially those of you who are swallowed.
I use my Fey magic to appear cleanly, but I'm not.
You still smell like worm drool.
Yeah.
As you wring out the drool, you can see Lessa standing like with a vial, trying to catch some of it into the vial.
Okay, I aim for the vial then.
Oh, thank you. She fills it up, she corks it, and sticks it into her bag.
Do you have any nefarious plans for that?
Oh, I have no idea what it's gonna do.
It's an excellent drain cleaner.
Oh, I need a bath right now. Is that true, or is that one of your made-up ones? You know what? I'm just gonna assume it's true. I need a bath. Help.
You can't see like the bottle that she has is kind of like fizzing. She's like, it does appear to be a little corrosive.
It's on me. Do I have like water in my pack? I strip down and start showering myself with my water skin or something. Like,
sure, yeah, you have a water skin.
I'm just gonna chill. I'm not too.
Is all my hair, Kako? Is all my hair gonna fall out?
No.
I don't want to look like you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
My hair, it's so beautiful.
Wow, just rub it in.
Big wow.
Is that not a style choice?
No.
My apologies.
My hair fell out 50 years ago.
How else you had
because I got
250
swallowed by a
good
purple
years.
worm.
No! I panic even more.
Now that we're, probably not going to die from a purple worm, are we just going to continue forward into that arena again with the basilisk?
I mean, we don't have to fight the basilisk.
Yeah, you just don't have to look at it, yeah?
It's just locked up.
Yeah, to be clear, the basilisk cage is on like the upper ring of the arena, whereas the doors that you had previously seen are in the lower like fight pit of the arena.
So some dumbass would have to go out of their way to get directly in front of the basilisk cage.
I mean, you
Some
did
fucking idiot
go
would
explore
have to.
that cage.
Some goddamn loser would have to just.
Are you telling me
fumble.
the other cages are full of other creatures too?
Nobody investigated them.
So
But
two
what is
goddamn idiots are
wanna
gonna
go take a
have to
peek?
go investigate.
I'm gonna peek around the corner little bit. Like that.
you
on the floor.
You go and you peek into it looks like one of the pens. The wall
Yeah, I'm
has
like
caved
army
in.
crawling around the corner. I'm taking it really, really slow because I don't want to kick another rock again. So I'm literally on my arms, like crawling around the corner.
You can hear the shuffling of the basilisk coming from the arena area. But as you peek around this corner and into the pen whose wall has collapsed and is now exposed to this hallway, you see what appears to be the bones of a large wolf-type creature just laid across the ground. There is an iron chain around one of the legs of this beast, but it looks like it was never able to get free, and it just died.
Well, we could just descend into the arena and check those doors. Then.
Can I do an investigation? Yeah, to see if the doors are like exits.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're doors.
But
Right, but
get
they
out
don't
of
lead to
here.
like the janitor's closet or something.
Well, this is an arena. I'm trying to guess if these would lead to probably not another cage, but maybe to somewhere else.
So these doors, as you guys step into the arena, making note to not look at the basilisk as you walk in.
Yeah, definitely blindsiding myself.
And as you step down these stairs and into the arena, which is covered, again, in dead goblins, it's almost slick with blood, although it's now starting to get kind of sticky as you walk through it. You can see the doors both appear to be large, intricate doors with like warrior figures carved into them, as if these would have been the entryways that contestants would have made their way into the arena.
Okay, so...
and as you stand and look at these doors, you can hear the sounds of grunting coming from one of the doorways, followed by like a slamming sound as if something heavy is hitting rock, and it's coming from the northernmost doorway.
Should we knock?
Can I identify the grunting? Is it animalistic?
No, it's humanoid for sure.
Humanoid.
It doesn't sound like an animal grunting, and it sounds like something is fighting something.
Oh.
I'm gonna cast clairvoyance past the door because I can assume that there's something beyond it. I choose to see what's happening, and I guess whatever's on the other side of the door would see it's a luminous, intangible orb about the size of a fist. And that's it. And then I get to see what's going on.
That would have been really useful at the worm chamber, to say.
Yeah, well, I always forget that I have it. Literally always forget that I have it.
Can you do it as many times as you want?
I can do it after I finish a short or long rest.
Okay. Yeah, you fall to your knees and you begin to inhale deeply as you focus on your spirits. And as you close your eyes, you see nothing but darkness, and you focus and you feel that burning hate that you felt when you first came into this cave. But as you speak and confer with these spirits, it dulls slightly. And as you open your eyes back up, they are glowing bright white. But you don't see your allies and companions around you anymore. You see beyond this door. And what you see is what look to be 3 or 4 dead trolls laid on the ground in this cave. You see a large man with a warhammer holding himself up and a large gash cut across his chest as he breathes heavily from whatever fight he's doing. And you can see a smaller man, an older looking man, with a shield that's been battered to almost pieces and a sword that's been bent like a toothpick, fighting against a troll.
Do you recognize them?
Do I recognize them?
You don't recognize the larger figure. However, you've seen the smaller figure hanging around the bar. He's almost like a familiar face, but you don't know his name.
Okay, I would just like to describe everything that I'm seeing.
Yep.
Enough that if they could recognize the person, they would kind of get the idea. Does that make sense?
Yeah, just make a charisma check for me.
18.
Yeah, with an 18, you're able to describe the scene you're seeing pretty well. And by the descriptions that she's given you, you guys do recognize these people that she has described. You recognize the larger figure with the warhammer as Turles, one of the members of the Inquisition. Strangely, the other person she's describing sounds like Sarge.
What?
Okay.
Why would Sarge
I think
be
they
with
need
Turles?
help. Who's Sarge?
Yeah,
that
he's
was
the
him?
one that helped us get across the border, but the way you're making it sounds is he was fighting with the one that was chasing us across the border.
So we go open the door?
Yes, we open the door. We're allies.
Yeah, you fling this door open just in time to see Sarge toss his battered shield and sword to the ground, and you can see he has a long chain around his wrists that is holding him down, and he takes this chain and he runs at this troll and attempts to jump over it. He does. He jumps off of the knee of this troll, and as he comes around the backside, he wraps the chain around the troll's neck, pulling it to the ground. And just as he does, he yells,
Do it now, Turles!
And he picks himself up with his warhammer, and as he holds it over his head, in a flash of light, you see almost nothing, and then you see Turles standing over this troll, his warhammer slammed through the abdomen of this troll, and you can see Turles hold himself up with his warhammer as blood pours out of his open wound on his chest.
Hey, boys.
Hey, Sarge.
Fuck, what are you guys doing down here?
Are you in trouble? Blink once if yes. Blink twice if yes.
He holds up his chained hands, and he says, Does it look like I'm here of my own free will?
Is it just Turles and Sarge in here?
You don't see Eorith or any other Inquisition members, just Turles and
Where's
Sarge.
the guy with the bag on his head?
Hey, how does Turles look?
He's pretty beat up. You can tell that wound across his chest is doing a lot of damage to him. But as you go to look at him, he is holding his hand over his chest, and you can see like a glowing light off of his hand as the wound begins to close as he's casting a spell.
Hey you.
This guy, right?
I don't know who the fuck you are, but my friends really hate you. So undo those chains.
I will not do that. You have no right to my prisoner here.
I attack him?
Yeah.
I support this.
Okay, so quick clarification. I'm gonna throw my javelin of
Non-lethal.
lightning.
Non-lethal.
I'm gonna throw my javelin of lightning
Yeah.
and cast Ensnaring Strike.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Second
try
roll.
to interrupt him.
Interrupt
You're
Kako?
gonna like
Why?
just throw yourself in the way? Or...
Why?
Third
I
action.
literally don't like this
While Fuckface is distracted, I'm going to cut Sarge's chain in half with my axe.
Okay.
I declare non-lethal.
It's fine.
Are you
You're either
still-
gonna do it or you're not.
Are you still gonna?
Yeah.
Okay, roll your damage. The moves have been set,
Okay.
or your attack.
Casting it at second level.
Sure.
Whizz unless they're just watching this all happen.
Does an 11 hit? Or no, I'm sorry, a 12.
Make your dexterity saving throw.
16.
You throw this javelin, but as you do, Isaac steps in front of your attack and with his sword smacks your javelin out of the air as you go to throw it, and it tumbles to the ground.
Why?
Because they're guild members now. We can't hurt them.
I don't care about the guild.
Just because they have to commit atrocities doesn't mean we have to. Just let it go.
No. What?
All
I feel
right.
entirely morally justified.
And yeah,
in this
you
The
decision.
sergeant's free
slice
now.
through his chains, and you can see him like rub the chains where it's raw. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then I do turn with my axe towards fucker over there. Like I'm going to attack him next if I need to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna like get ready to intervene, but I'm like, Sarge, explain what's going on here. How did you get here, and why is Turles and you fighting together?
Sarge looks at you guys and he says, "You know I wouldn't willingly work with them, right?"
I mean, the fact that you were in chains is pretty evident.
I believe you. I'm just wondering, you were just helping him kill that troll.
He says, "It was more for mutual benefit than anything else. I'm only here because they threatened someone I care about.
Oh.
I'm here to buy her time."
They're threatening Issa.
I was
What makes you think it's Issa?
I also
what
thought
other
it was
women does this
Issa.
guy know?
It's not Issa.
Still, they're
Are they-
threatening an innocent bystander.
Are they threatening the lady that you delivered the package for?
He doesn't answer you forthright, but you could tell he's withholding information. They said that if I helped them, they would give her time to escape. I have no reason to believe that they have lied to me. And he turns to Turles and says, "But I'm done. I'm too old for this. Whatever fate waits me, I'm done fighting." And he sits to on the ground and begins to nurse his wounds.
Well, damn. You're not, like, giving up here, right?
He looks at you, he says, no, my whole life has been nothing but death and sadness and fighting. I'm done with that.
Gotta be some highlights in there, right? Person you're fighting for? Special lady back home?
It's not like that. While I've done good, my old bones can't take it anymore.
Well, we can certainly try to get you out of here, but every way we came in has been caved off.
Turles says, your man has upheld his bargain. I will keep him safe until we can return to the surface.
And what about us?
I suppose you were sent here for the same job I was then. Singri was quite happy to have someone willing to fight without asking questions.
So you're stupid. Okay.
That makes us stupid too, actually.
We ask some questions.
He says, no, I made an arrangement with him that will be mutually beneficial to both of our organizations should I succeed.
Does it involve us?
He says, I like you, but you're small fry in all of this. You're more of a personal mission rather than an official one.
Yeah, you're more of a personal mission too,
He
buddy.
laughs.
What if you had a tragic accident?
Oh, well, I wouldn't want something like an accident to befall something like me. Not when I have the advantage.
You're already monologuing, so what advantage?
We don't know where his friend is at.
No, that's one of them. But do you know where your friends are? I think you left something in Bog's Bottom. I found 2 particularly interesting subjects down at bottom of a well.
Who did we leave at the bottom of the well?
Phineas
and
Flo.
We couldn't find your siren friend. No rumors of her crossing the border. Wherever she's hidden herself well. But the slime girl is interesting. We've read books and tales of that crystal in her chest. And I have reason to believe that you have another one.
What are you going to do with them?
For now, I have asked that the slime one be left alive. Despite the protest from my commander, they would much rather rip her heart out now and see what it can do.
And what makes you think that you and we're friends?
Don't get me wrong, I have no mistakes that you would rather kill me here and leave my body to rot.
Yes, I would.
But I am all about making deals that move everyone forward.
Is that why you torture and capture and take people from their homes?
You may not see it the way that we see it, but we're helping people. There are bigger pieces in play than you realize.
Yeah, I'm gonna be straight up, but I really don't like you, especially using my friendship with Flo and Phineas to weasel your way into whatever we're doing. Do whatever you want, but if you get in my way, or if you try to stop me or hurt my friends, I'm a lot more powerful than you think.
He gives you a chuckle. He's like, dude, you don't even know what you're getting into down here.
Oh, do you want to, like, team up and take them together? Fuck you.
Like I said, I'm in a position that mutually benefits us both. I have information.
In exchange for what?
I want to be in the room when you meet the beholder.
Why?
Because that's what I was paid to do.
So I'm going to guess how this is going to go. We're going to help you and your sorry ass get to the beholder. And then, oh my god, we're all going to get backstabbed, right?
You're still useful to me.
Oh my god, what a fucking
What about your friend?
sociopath.
Yorith will do what I tell him to.
Sorry, Yorith works for you? Aren't you guys partners?
Ugh. We are partners, but it is more of a servitude than anything else.
Well, we're putting you in chains.
Oh, I'm not going to come with you. I'm going to wait here.
Well, then how are you going to get there?
Oh, I already know the way. The issue is the way it's blocked. Sarge says, he's not lying. We got to the door. There's some sort of anti-magic field in the way. You need some sort of keystones in order to get access to it. 4 of them to be precise.
Where are these keystones at? Have you figured that out?
Well, I sent to Yorith after the most prominent lead, but he hasn't come back yet. He says, I expected to find one here, and he points to like a stone lockbox that's been busted open, but the chest was empty. Someone beat us here.
Real quick, could I size this guy up? Like, could we take him?
Based on the things you've seen him do, it would be a hard-fought fight.
I mean, I don't think at this point he has any like reason to lie to us.
He's also probably got a pretty good method to counter anything that we try.
I'm just pissed because we know he's gonna fucking betray us at the end. We just have to go along with it.
Yeah. I'm not shocked.
Whatever. Let's just go kill a beholder.
Well, we have to go find the stones first.
Yeah. Okay. What way do we go?
They said they were already looking for one in the ruins of the city, and Yorith took the baghead man.
Well, so
Okay.
Kako huffs off and goes to the other door.
You go to this door across the arena, leaving Sergeant Turles behind you. As you push the door open, it's a long, dark tunnel, and you can hear water rushing. And in fact, you could feel like a mist in the air as you open this tunnel. You walk down this tunnel, and as you step through this stone archway that leads out to the open light area, you find yourself standing at the foot of a bridge that is seated next to a large waterfall where hot spring water is running through this tunnel. And more importantly, on the other side of the bridge, you can see a man, but his back is turned to you.
Hello.
This figure turns around, and it is a man in a eye mask who sees you standing there, brushes off his hand before reaching for a scimitar on his side. Don't move!
Why?
I'll kill you! Don't you know who we are?
No, who are you?
You really don't know who we are?
No, I honestly have no idea who you are wearing a mask.
Make a deception check.
I mean,
Right, I know you really don't know who he is.
it's an 18.
Really?
Yeah.
Truly?
We're a little lost.
Is this your bridge?
What are you doing down here? Turn back.
Do you know who I am?
It's not important. Go back. You're not supposed to be here.
Well, it is. I'm Kako Ekeo, the famed monster hunter.
That means
That means I'm here to hunt monsters in this monster-infested underground citadel.
I don't remember anyone saying that there was going to be a monster hunter here.
What do you?
Do you not read the interoffice memos?
I'm not the health.
Okay, now I know you're lying to me.
I'm not the health inspector. I come whenever I want. Like I don't.
No. This is our hideout. You need to go.
I'm not trying to hide out anywhere. I'm trying to come here to kill monsters.
I'm gonna disguise.
I don't care.
I'm gonna disguise myself from the back of the group. I'm gonna put a bag on my head and have the little symbol to match him. Be like, hey, and I'm gonna push past everybody. Be like, don't you know who we are?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't expecting anyone to. I was told just to watch the bridge and to stop anyone who comes down here.
Yeah, but not us. Obviously, we're with you.
I didn't realize no one ever comes down this way.
We have orders.
Okay. I can't really argue with that.
Yeah, don't let me catch you slipping again.
I'm sorry.
Report it.
I'm sorry. Please. It's only like my first week here.
You're right.
Hey,
You're doing a great
buddy,
job.
it's okay. I put a hand on his shoulder. I'm like, we all go through it. My first week was horrible.
His shoulders kind of slump, and he lets out a sigh of relief. He says, "Oh, thank you. I appreciate it."
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, you're doing fantastic. I really thought you were going to stab me.
He says, yeah, stairs are right over there. And he points down to a small stone path that leads below to the river area. You'll find the others up ahead. They're at the portal.
Thank you. And as everybody kind of makes their way, I'm going to hang back and be like, by the way, you should kind of work on your stance for intimidation.
Yeah.
Just kind of spread your legs a little bit. Yeah, that's
And
it.
He spreads
That's
his
the
legs
one.
and holds his hand out. Like this?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Make sure you got a deep voice, too.
Deep voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Don't
look
come any closer. Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Spot on.
I look over my shoulders. I'm going like, see you later, Freddy. You didn't tell me your name, so I think it's Freddy.
But we don't give our names.
All right, calling you Freddy.
All right, let's just go. Let's go.
I can't believe that worked.
Something was going to eventually. That was very good.
Point of inspiration all around. That's a good way to handle that.
Are we gonna go down to this portal thing, or are we gonna keep going past?
Do we want to get involved with this secret organization right
I mean,
now?
if we turn around and go back, they're gonna fucking know. Freddy's gonna snitch.
And as you look back towards the gate that you walked through, you can get a good look at what the archway looks like. And strangely, unlike the dwarven imagery that you've seen elsewhere in this cave, the archway resembles that of the gaping maw of a beholder. Sharp teeth hang down over the archway, and a great eye with a jewel in the center of it overlooks the bridge.
Why didn't I put 2 and 2 together before?
What?
This organization.
Yeah, it's working for the Beholder. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sometimes. But, if I put ravens and eyes together, you guys are like, that makes no fucking sense at all.
Well,
and
yeah.
then, ravens have eyes and they watch.
Ravens and eyes, I don't really see it.
Well, sometimes we all have our days. Okay, well, I still have my disguised self.
Okay. So could you just take the head of the pack and lead us into this place until we can allocate more masks?
All right.
So you make your way down this footpath and down to the river that is running through this cave. And as you get to the walkway that sits alongside this river, the heat from the water is almost unbearable. And as you find yourself at another set of stairs that leads further down, as another waterfall kind of just tumbles the water down this river. And you can see a couple more of these waterfalls up ahead. And as you make your way down this footpath, you find yourself at a crossroads between the river and the natural formation of the cave. And up ahead, beyond the next dip of water, you can hear voices, but you can't see them from where you are.
Does this sound familiar?
It just sounds like people talking.
All right, I'm going to scout.
So there's the footpath for the water actually ends at this crossroad.
Oh.
So the river continues about another 30 feet before you see it drop off an edge.
Oh.
So
okay,
you're at
and then there's voices below that?
Yes, below this, down this tunnel.
Gotcha. Okay, I understand. So I'm going to kind of continue to the edge of the path and peek down, see where these people are.
You can't really get a good look because the path ends 30 feet before the next drop off.
Oh.
You can just hear the voices coming from that direction.
I have water walk.
You want to walk across the water?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you step across this water
Jesus.
and make your way. Are you being stealthy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, as stealthy as I can be water walking.
Sure, make a stealth check.
Splink. 18 plus 3 is 21.
Yeah, as you walk your way to the edge where this waterfall tumbles over, it's another about 20-foot drop into a swirling pool at the bottom where the water and the foam from the waterfall are kind of creating almost like a cyclone, but it's not violent. It's just kind of mesmerizingly swirling before it continues off down the rest of this path. And at the center of this pool of water, on a raised stone platform, you can see what appears to be a dark stone obelisk with runes carved into it, and floating around it are other pieces of obsidian that are kind of being magically propelled into the air. And you could see a glowing green light emanating from this stone. Every couple minutes, you see someone pop into existence and step off of this platform. And then you see another man who appears to be the guy in charge, reading off notes and grabbing something on the side of his head as he points new people into this obelisk.
Oh, okay. So this is just where they're coming in from.
Yeah, it appears to be some sort of portal that leads somewhere else.
I have an idea. I want to look like one of the people that just teleports in. I want to use probably greater invisibility, sneak my way down there, and appear and keep going with where they send me.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a couple difficult rolls because you'd have to drop 20 feet from the waterfall to the water below you.
If only I didn't use my once-a-day levitate, which is 20 feet.
Well, isn't greater invisibility also concentration?
Yes.
Yeah. But you can absolutely try that.
I'm going to go back, be like, hey, there's new people from the eyes coming in down there. And they're teleporting in. They're going, pop.
So you said this was a crossroads. Is there any other way through this area?
So you have the river that runs across, and then you have a tunnel that goes to the north. You could see it split off, and then it disappears into darkness. And then you could see the tunnel that kind of winds to your south.
Is this like a rapid river? Could we cross this pretty easily?
It's not a rapid river. It's not running super quickly. It is very hot water, though. And while your silver weave will protect you from things like heat exhaustion, it doesn't protect you from burns.
We would basically boil to death but not feel it.
Yes.
Oh.
I can cast water walk, I think, on multiple people.
Is that like a cantrip? Or would there be a spell slot?
No, it would be a spell slot. But
Are we just gonna assault these people?
I mean, we don't have to assault.
I say you guys aren't heading in that direction if you cross the river anyway.
So we'd be heading away from
up to
if we
10 willing
crossed.
creatures.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's a good plan then, is cross and get away from them to continue on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, cast on everyone so we can cross over.
Yeah, you guys walk across this river and find yourselves on the stone path that leads north. And as you do, you see two different paths. You see one that disappears into darkness, and the other one you can see what appears to be almost like a glowing flame coming from that direction.
Well, clearly we go towards the darkness. Should we?
Okay, so darkness?
Are we consenting to that?
Yeah, I'll take the lead since I can see in the dark.
Sure. I'm going to pull out my ever-burning torch.
Yeah.
You guys walk down this path.
As you do, you hear footsteps coming from the other direction, but as you walk into this tunnel, you leave them behind you, and you hear them pass by the entranceway, not noticing that you have taken this path, as if there's some sort of group patrolling the area. And as you disappear down this dark tunnel, it goes on for about a good 80 feet before you arrive at what appears to be just a dead end. There's not much here. It looks like this was once some sort of makeshift mining camp, but it's long been abandoned. The tools have long gone to rot. Why doesn't everyone make a perception check for me?
I got an 11.
I got a 7 total.
I got a 14.
Kako, thanks to your dark vision, as Whizz moves his torch around the room, your eyes catch something about 20 feet in the air above this room. You see what appears to be kind of like a hidey hole dug about 20 feet into the air, and you can see a pair of boots sticking out of the hole.
I see some boots up there. I'm not sure if it's a person or a dead person. Either way, I think that boots would be nice.
Selfish, but sure. I'll help you get up there.
Not necessarily from me.
You want to help him?
Sure.
Yeah, you could if you want to make a athletics check.
What's 17 plus 8?
Yeah, she super boosts you up there. As she helps you get up, she throws you a good 12 feet into the air and eventually reach up, and as you grab the boot, it snaps off and tumbles down.
Oh my god.
But you're able to pull yourself up into this hole.
You killed him.
Okay, and it's like a person size, like I can stand up here?
Yeah, it's dwarf size, so it's a bit of a tight fit.
Okay.
My leg.
And this is a skeleton that I'm
yes,
over?
Yeah, you are standing over some sort of skeletal remains of a dwarf. He is clinging onto a large brass key, hunched over, dead. Probably been here for 1,000 years.
Cool. First, I'm going to take the brass key.
Yeah.
Crack.
While Kako's distracted, I'm going to see if the boot that fell is my size.
Sure.
The one boot.
Yeah, because then I'll have to fight me for it.
It's a dwarven foot. I mean, your foot would fit in there. It probably wouldn't be a comfy
Flop around.
fit.
All right, I don't care about it then.
Can I appraise the boot? Is there anything special about it, or is it just a shoe?
It's just a shoe.
Okay.
Yeah,
never mind then.
it doesn't. It's not even a particularly
Mike literally
fancy
said
shoe.
big brass key, and you guys are like boot, boot, the
I
boot.
only wanted the boot because Kako wanted the boot.
Okay. Can I inspect the key? Would I be able to discern what this might be to, or are there any markings on it? Also, how big are we talking? Is this big for a dwarf, or is it big for an elf?
It's big for anybody.
Okay. We're talking about key to the city kind of big?
How
6
many bananas
6-inch key.
big is the
6
key?
inches. Okay, that's a good size key.
Yeah, it's a significant key. And as you look at this room, you can see a handwritten note written into the wall,
blood.
scratched. No, it's scratched in with a rock.
Ah, okay.
That just says, "I'm sorry I stole from you. I got stuck, and I'm sorry."
I forgive you, and then I pocket the key.
And there's nothing else up here. It looks like he had climbed his way up here and then got stuck and abandoned and wasn't able to get back down.
That's so sad.
That's horrifying.
He could have jumped.
Okay, I'm gonna gently lower myself down and drop.
Kako, you good up there?
Oh, I'm down now.
I can't see shit.
You have your torch.
Where are we heading now, guys?
Probably back the way we came, if this is a dead end. But it's up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we should go back. Being careful not to run into any patrols or anything.
Yeah, based on your evidence, the patrol went back the way you guys originally were and crossed the river.
Do you think that patrol is gonna run into
Freddy?
Freddy? Do you think he might alert them that there's a large group of strangers watching around? Hopefully he's just like green enough that I'll just keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, right. Because maybe he'll be too worried that he gets fired for letting the wrong people in.
Yeah.
So he just doesn't admit to the mistake. Blames it on Jacob. Just gonna name them all.
So we keep going down the other path?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as you walk back out, you eventually find yourself in a similar cave entryway to the one you originally arrived into when you took the elevator down. In fact, you could see about 300 feet down the way the collapsed tunnel that you originally walked through where you fought the purple worm. Across the way, you can see a very intricately carved door adorned with skeletons and weapons, as well as 2 pillars with similar type carvings. And then further down to the east, you can see what appears to be a collapsed bridge before this tunnel curves and disappears down the way.
So I guess intricate doorway is probably our first bet.
Probably.
Do we recognize any of the symbols?
It appears to be mainly symbols of death, things like reapers, skeletons, entombed beings. It's a very intricately carved door.
My high school bedroom.
But beyond that, you can see words that are written pretty recently that are attached to this door that says, "No entry, danger ahead," and there's a steel bar that's been placed across the door. And Lessa looks up above the door and she says, I'm pretty sure this is a temple of some description. And she sees like words in Dwarvish to describe it as some sort of burial grounds.
So what exactly does it say?
It basically describes this is a warrior's burial ground.
So it's a tomb.
Wouldn't it be the Kigurath guy that was mentioned to us last time?
So this is probably a really good hiding place for some kind of magical key, but also cursed.
That's fine. We should check it out.
Let's check it out.
Pull the bar away from the door.
Yeah.
And open the door.
Yeah, as you pull the door, it creaks with restraint as you try and pull it open. You don't see anyone who immediately notices this, but as it creaks in, you see like a slit of light that cuts through this darkness, and it's very dusty and dirty in here, as if no one's walked these grounds in quite a long time. You can see evidence of footprints, but also have a coating of dust over them.
Are they one-way footprints?
You see them go in, and then you see them come back out.
Okay,
Do
that's
you see
probably
any drag marks?
that's probably a good sign.
Yes.
Yes. Oh God.
That's probably less of a good sign.
It's a bad sign.
Okay, so we ingress.
You guys push through this door, and as you walk in and step through the threshold, the door creaks shut behind you on its own, as if there's some sort of mechanism that keeps it closed off.
Ah, that's reassuring.
Why are dwarves so crafty?
We're intuitive. We like to come up with new things.
Yeah.
As those of you with dark vision look around this room, you see sparks, and you see a figure standing with his back to a pillar. And you can see their face illuminate. And it's another masked figure, but this one is wearing much more regal outfits, something a lot more fancier than your standard foot soldier that you saw like with Frederick, or Freddy. Very similar almost to the outfit you saw when you were attacked in the alleyway before you got your
Dude.
It's not the same dude. His outfit has differences that you could tell. Mainly the color is different. He's wearing like dark blue robes.
Imagine if it was the same guy. You're like, you.
I should have known that it would have been you four who showed up here. After all, I've kept my eye on you.
And we should have known it was you. R?
Unimportant.
That's a horrible name.
How very humble of you.
Thank you. After all, I'm only here to serve.
To serve.
To serve the needs of the city. Something I believe you stand in direct opposition of at this moment.
Nah, man, I let everybody live their life how they want. Unless it fucks with other people's life, then that's not really cool.
Unless it's a beholder or someone you disagree with. You must forgive my hesitation in believing something like that.
Look,
I get it.
I believe my reputation precedes me.
Oh no, it does.
I don't kill the monsters that don't eat the baby.
Kako, you are vilified here.
If the beholder man does not eat the baby, I can't really kill him, you know?
But we gotta call it Beholder Man.
Do you... I guess I don't.
This is the time for this conversation.
Does the beholder eat the baby?
He tosses the match to the ground. I do not know of any babies who've been eaten.
It's a metaphorical baby.
Is it? Because I've been under the impression they were physical, literal babies.
What are the babies a
I
metaphor
have also
for?
been under the impression that they were literal babies. Are they not?
Kako, what are the babies a metaphor for? Tell us right now.
Innocent people.
Well,
That's
I guess
dumb, Kako.
then it
That's
is
like
babies.
the most direct metaphor I could
Babies
possibly.
are innocent.
But
Look,
babies.
I apologize. Common is not my first, second, or third language.
If you're asking me if his hands are clean, of course not.
'Cause
No
he
one in
doesn't.
this city's hands are clean.
Because he doesn't have hands.
Metaphorical hands for metaphorical babies.
I like this
Can
guy.
we not talk in metaphors? It's making my head hurt.
Whizz is just like
Whizz
fucking
is so
blazed at this right
fucking
now.
high.
He's just like,
As his match burns out, you see nothing but darkness as your eyes adjust, and then you see another match light as he stands over Lessa. He says, "So you've brought the deep child, then? I should have figured you wouldn't leave her alone, always dragging her into trouble."
I like to think of it as an educational opportunity.
don't
I
touch
also
her.
like to think of it as an educational opportunity.
I would also just like, she is an adult. She doesn't have to follow me around.
As he holds the match in front of his face and near Lessa's face, he says, "Well, if you truly want to know what it is you're capable of, find the keystones and meet me at the end." And as the match burns out and everything goes dark, he disappears and you're alone again. Lessa looks at you, Kako, and says, "What do you think he meant by that?"
Well, he either is privy to some knowledge about the origin of your powers, or he's just trying to say weird things to spook you.
Or both.
Or both.
He seemed creepy, but he didn't seem bad.
Creepy guys love monologuing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kako loves monologuing. Take that as you will. You cannot dispute it.
I do not monologue. I'm an author. I write my monologues.
Regardless, I lean down to Lessa. We won't let anybody hurt you, as long as even one of us is standing. We're gonna fight them together. So team.
And if I'm being honest, I have complete confidence in your abilities to clear this whole place yourself.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't either.
Well,
I have
practice makes
confidence in
perfect.
her.
I have unending faith in you.
I don't have faith in all of us to be able to do that.
I believe in all of us. I believe in every single one of us.
Hell yeah, me too. Friendship.
And Lessa says, "Well, we need to go then." And she touches the door, and as she touches the door that the man was standing in front of, torches around this room light up, and the whole room is now illuminated. And you're standing in front of another intricate doorway, this one depicting entombed or enshrined warriors of this dwarven city. And there are two statues on either side of this doorway, standing on top of the pillars that the man was leaning against. And Raev, as you look at these statues, that hatred that you felt from your spirit sears even harder than it's been since you've been in here, and you find yourself uncontrollably taking 3 steps towards this door, your hand trembling as it reaches for its axe.